okay, so wait, so we didn't get to the retire, unretire, retire. Is that what you said we missed?
Spoiler alert, all of the travel broke down my body so much, and I was in survival mode basically. And I finally listened to my intuitive nudge. Once I hit 20 years, I was like, I can't travel anymore. I love to travel, don't get me wrong. And I love what I do in the military, but I had this nudge. I said, I can continue to do this work. I train leadership and teams in diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility for other companies. I'm like, I think I can retire, right? And I don't want to have to travel back to New York every 3 to 4 weeks and travel all over to do this work when I could be home. And you know, my relationship with my husband was taking a toll, right? We've seen each other 2 times for more than 2 weeks in the last 5 years. I'm going to slow that down. There's been 2 times where we've spent more than 2 consecutive weeks together in the last 5 years.
Ooh.
Yeah. So my intuitive nudge was like, hey, my relationship, my marriage is important. My business is important. My well-being is important. And so I made the decision to retire. And it was a very challenging decision. But when that nudge came, I was like, okay, I think I can do this. And so I started going through the process. And then there were closed doors again. No one would answer the phone when I went to go get my physical. They wouldn't answer my emails. I couldn't get in. And then I was 2
But you couldn't
weeks
get
from,
into where?
so part of a retirement process, you have to get a retirement physical. Because then you go into the
before
VA
you
system.
leave the military.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's a whole set of processes and procedures that you have to go through to retire formally. And so there were some things that weren't happening. And I was like, this doesn't feel right. It's something just it wasn't settling for me. It didn't feel real. And I didn't have closure in a lot of areas of my career. And sure enough, I made a phone call to someone here in Kentucky. And I was like, hey, do you know someone that can get me in for a physical? I'm going to retire in 2 weeks. And I really need this. Can you phone a friend? Can you someone, right? I said, I really need to get this chapter closed. And he's like, you got to transfer here. And I'm like, no, I'm done. I've made the decision. And he said, no, things have changed here in the local community. There's different leadership. There's different opportunities. We need you. We need your skills. We're rebuilding this program. And so within 24 hours, I had a job interview, and then I was submitting my paperwork, and I got it approved on the very last minute of the last day before my retirement party. And I pulled my retirement on the very last day. And so I signed for another year to be able to fulfill this passion and purpose, and actually have a home. So there's a whole lot, another dimension to this is I've moved 4 times in the last 5 years. So I've had to re-identify myself in each new community. So I don't have a lot of friends. All my friends are virtual. I've been building an online business since 2017. So I don't have a community. I don't have regular networking events. I've had to build this whole other identity online. And that actually has helped build my brand, because people all over now hire me globally because they know me and they see my face everywhere online. But I didn't have a home. I don't have a network of friends. And so I took this opportunity and this intuitive nudge to really build a community and to feel like I have a home and establish some roots here. And my husband is at the end of his career. He has 3 years left here. So I made that decision to continue to serve and to build, some roots here in a community in person, because I have a lot of energy and I have a lot to give, and I want to help people. And so that was my decision to continue to serve. So I have another year, and who knows from there. I'm just going to keep on listening for those intuitive nudges and being open for opportunity.
Oh my goodness. I'm glad we decided to press the record button again, because what a surprising twist, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say I pulled a Tom Brady. Tom Brady did, but this was way better. I did a whole broadcast that simulated his retirement. So it's all good. I'm gonna be okay no matter what.
This is the thing about being able to listen to your inner voice, go through the doors that are opened in front of us, and be willing to pivot.
Oh yes, the power of the pivot.
Power of the pivot. Love that.
Yes. It's been beautiful, and I'm open for what's next. I mean, I wouldn't have met you, because 2023 for me is I'm going to be sharing my message to more people, to give people more hope, getting on stages, really finding that voice, finding that message. So I'm not stopping. So who knows?
All right. Well, this
Have this
time,
conversation again next year.
right. Follow up.
Yes.
And this time we are going to end the interview and press unrecord. Press stop. So thanks, Crystal.
Thank you so much.
Crystal Laura.
Crystal Laura.
Crystal Laura. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.